Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have you here. Let's begin with quote. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. My name is Sneha, and I will be your moderator for today. This will be an opportunity for us to learn from our speaker. It is a glorious moment to extend my warm wishes on the behalf of SEMS Welfare Foundations. I want to be convey my heartfelt gratitude to the speaker, Meenu Goyal, for accepting the invitations and presiding over the webinar on how to design your self-image. Before I proceed, let me take a brief moment for the introduction of my organization, that is SEMS Welfare Foundation. Is a non-profit entity and established to work in the areas of education, social welfare, women empowerment, skill development, and entrepreneurial livelihood generations and employability, health research, culture, international corporations, sports, environment protections, or any other similar sectors. We promote healthy lives, a balanced and active community, and strong businesses. Self image is the personal view or mental picture that we have of ourselves. Self image is an internal dictionary that describe the characteristics of in the self, including such things such as intelligent, beautiful, ugly, talented, and selfish and kind. These characteristics form a collective representations of our assets and liabilities as we see them. Now let's take a moment to introduce our guest speaker. She is certified post trainer holding and post graduations in marketing and HR. She has worked with diverse individuals and communities, including children and adults. Her area of work includes self-image, work-related challenges, relationship, domestic violence, sexual abuse, and trauma. She has also been an associated with Kolkata's Hero. She has conducted 5+ employee awareness sessions, 5 internal committee trainings, 5+ training the role of manager, 5+ training for management and leadership, and 10+ train the training program. Through her research and area of interest, has knowledge of the nuances of human interactions at workplace that contribute to workplace challenges and harassment. Her scope of work includes assertiveness at workplace and overcoming unconscious bias and POSH. Third is POSH. She has also conducted many sessions on gender sensation, consent, and boundaries at workplace in various organizations. She also conducts various other sessions on motivation, soft skills, mental health, and extra, etc. Now I'm hand over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. So, as Sneha has rightly said, that self-image is the most important thing that builds one's character, right? Whether it is considering oneself as beautiful, ugly, talented, right? Any adjective that you wanted to quote it for yourself. But we being in India or abroad, from the childhood, we are being said, आप ये कर सकते हो, आप ये नहीं कर सकते. You can do this, you cannot do this. So few things are imbibed in us. It has been, from the very basic when we are child. You should not do this, you should do that. So there are so many do's, so many don'ts that we grow up with. So to understand ourselves, to understand if we are understanding ourselves more beautifully, more nicely, and with the character, then we will be having that positive outlook to look at the world with a different mindset, with a different scope altogether. With this, to understand and to increase our self-image and to have a better view of the outside world and to have that characteristic inside the family, I'll begin my session for the day. So good evening, everyone. I hope you'll be having a great time and we'll be learning together. Most important thing, understanding ourselves and building a beautiful culture outside. All right. So with this, I'll share my screen with you. Right. So self-esteem, self-image, and well-being in this digital world. This is the very, very basic things. So my first question to everybody, I would like everybody to participate and be very, very energetic when we are doing this important topic for the day. Have you ever looked yourself or your name online? Have you ever Googled yourself? We Google so many things during the day. So, have you ever looked up for your name online? Yes or no? I want to have the answers in the chat box, guys, quickly. Any one of you? All right. No. Yes. All right. So, we have got mixed of questions. So, who said no? Right. So, I would request you. So, you can you can go to the Google engine, you can search, you can type your name. You will be seeing that there are videos, there are image that is depicting your name, even your complete name. If you're not digitally present at some point of time, but after today's session, your social presence would be there. This is for sure, right? So first and the first, when we look for others, why not we look for ourselves, right? Before Googling for other people, let us Google for ourselves. The result will be varied for various person, but to start off with, this is always the good option. Search your name first in the Google box. You will be seeing that there are people, there are names which are quite similar, or which you'll be surprised that your name, your picture, or your video is already present in Google, right? So, what is self image? It is your self worth. It is your self judgment. It is your self value. It is how you view yourself, right? How we view ourselves. Our self worth, the self judgment, right? As this image shows, I hope this image is visible to everybody. What you can see, the cat is viewing herself as a lion. But do we, any time in our life till now, be honest and say, have we ever seen this image? Do we see the real ourselves? Yes or no? Do we, anytime, even by mistake, have you thought of this? That what you are portraying from outside is your real self? Do you know your real worth? Have you ever judged yourself? Yes, Alia, very nice. You always doubt because we are being, raised in such situations that 90% of the characteristic we are imbibed with. No, but yes, until and unless we have the positive image of us, we won't be in this place where the cat is sitting and she's adjusting herself and seeing herself that she's the real lion. This image shows that if we have positive self-worth, we may view ourselves as lions. That is the king of jungle, right? So you have to view yourself. That is the most important thing. And that is what even children, what we are inculcating in them. Children also today not only create their identity in the real world, but they also create their online identity. They are so positive. Now, new generation, they think we have got, millennials and millennials of the age of 20, 25. Why? Only because of this, that they have that positive image. They have that capability of looking at themselves and saying, yes, why not? I can do that. And this is the only gist of what we are going to do ahead. First and foremost, understanding yourself, understanding your every bit, that yes, I can do it attitude, your confidence, and viewing yourself what you want to be. Not like the cat, oh, I'm the cat, I cannot be like the lion. But if you portray yourself, if you think yourself and you have that capabilities, or if you are ready to gain that capabilities, you can go and conquer the world. What do you guys think digital footprint is? Is it the social media presence, or are we are there in the 21st century? If we want to work abroad, if we want to show ourselves, if we want to have the different feelings, if we want to show that yes, I can do it, then the first and the important point is you need to have that name. If you need to have that presence, right? As this slide is showing, the digital traces of ourselves online, whatever information you put online leaves a trail that others can also follow, right? So in this, there are two types of digital footprints. One is active and one is passive. A passive digital footprint is created when data is collected, right, without the owners knowing. And an active digital footprint is created when a personal data is shared or posted online deliberately for the users to follow, right? So when like this one. This show is recorded and will be there. This is live on YouTube and will be there. Anybody can see it later, right? So, what I'm telling you, you can watch it multiple times. So, the traces are being shared and posted deliberately for others to use, right? So, we all have to think in that sense that we are born in this country to do something for mankind. If we can impact the life of one person, it will be done. A purpose of living is fulfilled because if somebody is encourages, if some similarly for the children's as well, if you have encouraged, motivated, and given the beautiful life to another children, and the children or the child is growing up beautifully and doing wonders, your purpose of encouragement, motivation, I would really salute to all the teachers who are doing this fabulous job of taking the children ahead and giving them the education to rock the world, right? So, whether it is educating, whether motivating, whether giving them that life to conquer the world and telling that do not worry, I am there. Do not hesitate. You can do that. Whatever is being done, until and unless you fall, you will not rise. This is the very, very basic thing we teach the children when they start learning to walk. They'll crawl, they'll fall. Then they'll slowly and gradually they'll start taking steps, one step at one time. They'll fall, but we'll say, no, we are there. We'll handhold you. You know, sometimes hold their hands and teach them how to walk. Similarly, in this way, they have that confidence. No, I can do it. Similarly, you being an adult, you can do that. You needs to be internally motivated without any extrinsic forces, right? This is good for children, but yes, being adult, we need to thank you, Alia, right? With the intrinsic motivation, if you just have that will, we say WILL. Where there is a will, there is a way. And will goes with the real confidence, with that motivation behind you. And guys, I will just tell you one thing. You need to have that image of yourself in front of you. One small tip for you, whatever you want to do, I really believe in. I have seen that amazing results and will just like to share it with you at this point of time that if you wanted to be something, just portray yourself, put a picture and put it on the exact same wall where you are sleeping. The time you close your eyes while sleeping, you should see that, you should imagine yourself and go to sleep. And when you wake up, see that photograph, see that picture in front of you in that particular position that you wanted to be. And, be with that thought. It will really change. Law of attraction works. If you are seeing yourself and be away from that crowd who are pulling you down, who is holding you back. No, you can't do this. Oh, आपके बस के नहीं है. आप क्या करने जा रहे हो? All these things are लोग क्या कहेंगे? Just forget it. Be out of that group at all because negativity attracts more. But you being alone and forcing yourself more harder that yes, I am there. I have to be. That is the only force I wanted everybody should live with. That digital footprint where you are viewed everywhere, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Google, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere, right? In whatever fields you are opting for, all right? But in some time in mind it comes, it won't happen, that I will be broken. That is the only negative, Alia, that is holding us back. Because your one thought has come that if it won't happen, why if? We have to overcome that but and if. If you are ready to fall, you will be rise. See, I'll give you one more example. Have you ever seen sun? Every day it has to go through a same process. So boring. Sun rises, sun sets. Sun rises, sun sets. Similarly in life, nothing is for continuous, right? You have to, if you are forcing yourself, if you are seeing the better version of you, then only you will rise. If you are scared of falling it down, trust me, my dear, there is nobody who can pull you up. It is only you. It is only your willpower and it is your mind who can either make you or can break you. There is no shadow of doubt. If you have the will, you can go ahead. One second. Yes. All right. Thank you. And I'm always there for you. That if you wish, you wanted to do something, just hold my hand and I'm there. I promise that I'll take you in. But the first and the foremost commitment is to yourself. Despite of failures, I am going to pass, no matter how. But yes, taking the right path, I want to look this. Trust me, you will be that. All right. I have seen the drastic changes in people who were so negative in themselves. They were really trying to, commit suicide. They were in depressions, but now they are in a good place in corporate world. Whatever they wanted to, they are achieving just because of that one step that they had taken. A small step, yes, hesitatingly, but they had that will that yes, if somebody is there with them, they can do. All right. Similarly, for the online reputation, you must be watching, you must be seeing. There are failures, there are good things, there are bad things, both are there. So what you chooses to be, what you want to be, depend upon you. There is no one else. People are there to pull you back. Okay. Have you ever seen the person who is more powerful to you is saying bad things about you if you're in the same profile? Never. The people who want to pull you down will only tell you such things. Who are above you or who wanted your goodwill, they will never say such things. They will help you. And there are only two ways of climbing. Either hold hands, be willingly, right? Or secondly, if you really are, so self-determined, yes, I can. Only then. The options are only two. See, even in class, there are around 40 people, 40 children in the class. Do you think all the 40 comes first? No. Why? The teacher does not teach everybody equally, does not pay equal attention. What do you say? Teachers pay equal attention to all the kids around because everybody is equally important. But one has to come first. And it is only and only because that child wish. The person, the child who is coming on the 27th or the 28th position, even their parents would be forcing that child, you can do it. But it is not the will of a child. If they both are working in sync together, that person can beat up and come to the first three positions, right? So extrinsic force is equally important, but intrinsically, if we are working from inside, if we are really willing to do something, then yes, there is no power, there is nothing that could stop you. So your portrayal of self-image, your portrayal of looking at things do matter. All right. Similarly, it depends upon you what you see online. There are good things, there are bad things, but choice is yours. If you are seeing yourself online as a reputed person, you will view like this, you will be like that. If you are looking at people who are below you, who are demeaning you, who are telling wrong things about you, you will definitely have that wrong things which are coming to your mind again and again. Because our minds are divided into conscious and subconscious mind. Whatever we see, whatever we think, whatever we, listen to people, everything comes to our mind. And whatever is more in number will reflect more. If negativity is more, then you'll be having that characteristic of negative. Seeing everybody from the spy, seeing everybody, if the person is doing right, but you are in a habit of, thinking negative, or most people near you are talking only negative, you will say, oh, he's also doing bad. But if you are in a group of good things, positive things are coming to you, more of a positive mindset, more of good things, more of willingness, more of motivation, then definitely if people are doing wrong across you, you will go and guide them. No, please stop it. This is not the right way. I'll tell you what is the correct way. And trust me, not only you will be changed, the person in front of you will start slowly and gradually be changing. Sounds interesting? Yes. So do you think using digital technology responsibly and safely is equally important? Building yourself as we have told, being into this digital world, COVID has taught us, pandemic has taught us to be online. We are meeting online, right? We are learning, we are talking to each other online. Do you think 2 years, if we talk about 2020, was it possible? Would you be interested that time in, learning online? I was not. But yes, the situation, the adaptation, the things that, yes, as the requirement is, we need to learn, we need to adapt. So we are adapting. Similarly, digital world has come to us, digital technology is coming to us and making us more and more aware, right? But we need to be more responsible. We need to use that technology more wisely, right? As I've told you in my previous slide also, that good things and bad things. We say, we teach a child, safe touch, unsafe touch. Do you think 10 years earlier or 15 years earlier, we used to talk about this to our kids? I was not taught.
No,
I
no.
was allowed to play outside. I was allowed to go and meet any of my neighbors. I remember my time when I was a kid. Means in the morning after coming from school, I could visit any of my neighbor. I could eat anywhere. I could play anywhere. But now, is the scenario same? We are so, strict with the kids. We know we are, if the child is away from us for 10 minutes, we'll be so scared until and unless we know. We'll just keep on calling, ठीक तो है, ठीक तो है. Right? This is all because of the negativity around us. We have to teach our kids good touch, bad touch, safe touch, and unsafe touch. All the adaptation to the new environment. Similarly, technology is teaching most of the good things and most of the bad things. It is up to us how we are taking, what we are taking in. And we don't have time to prepare food, but yes, we have time to use Facebook. We have that time either on bed at 12 o'clock. You can see most of the people are online. But if we say read books, they'll say, oh, I'm feeling sleepy. So this is what the environment is. This is what the image is being created. And there are hardly people, who are teaching them, who are telling them, who are guiding them. So we need to adapt ourselves as a good, as a sincere and a responsible person who can, preach the world, first of all, preach ourselves that yes, I'm the best. I can do this. I can be the better version of myself every passing day. People say you are growing old. You should say, no, I'm not growing old. I'm growing better. Right? So these are the things that we need to include in ourselves rather than excluding. By every growing day, we gain experience. We gain a new knowledge. Thank you, Alia, for being so supportive. Right? So what is the importance of self-image and well-being? I hope till now you must have understood that there is a strength to be found in understanding your value, not in the digital world, but even beyond every bit of you. From your hair strength till your toenail, you need to rework. We we renovate our houses every Diwali. But have we ever washed our brains every Diwali? No, I don't think so, anybody. Do we really construct ourselves more, renownedly, the right word? Do we ever think and sit back and think about ourselves? When I sit back, I relax and I pray to God. Thank you, God, for giving me such a beautiful life, for being, crowded, surrounded with the people who are so motivated, who are so positive and giving me all that lovely vibes that I'm welcoming. On the other hand, if I, see a different menu, I would have, sit back, crunching and think, yeah, I am 40 years old and I have not done this. I do not have a better salary. Maybe I would have one more luxurious car. I just have one. So which version of menu is better? The previous one or this one? I hope the first one who is much more confident, much more happier with whatever she has, right? But she is happily because people around her is so happy. And happiness is something that, right? Previous one. Yes, very true. And this is the only thing that one can, rework. We need to be more happier. If we are happier, everything around us is happy. If we are regenerated, if we are regenerated, if we are spreading energy, everything is full of energy. So that is what is importance of self-image. If you are looking down, your eyes will always be down. You'll be always having that shaky body that we teach in importance of body language, right? So the moment you start thinking positive about you, the world is positive. Though positive has been taken, very, very negatively, because we say it's COVID positive. Are you COVID positive? So apart from that COVID positive symptoms, if you are positive in yourself, you will see the world, you will see the beautiful world which you have never seen till today. Trust me, it is so beautiful. You will see the family, you will see your kids, you will see the peer group, that they are all smiling, they are so happy, they are so motivated, and you can do whatever you wish to, just by understanding that there is an inner strength in you, just by understanding that yes, the value. If you're watching a YouTube rather than watching a reel or watching anything which is quite abusive, or that family dramas, right? If you're watching something which is giving you happiness, maybe some slogans of Bhagavad Gita or any religion, let me not quote it like that, any religion which you wish to, or which is giving you happiness, which is giving you more positivity, rather than watch that for 5-10 minutes. It will change you, it will rework for you. Yes, Abhishek, I am positive. Great. It is only that COVID positive that has, taken it back. Apart from that, everything should be positive. Whether you're developing psychologically, emotionally, intelligently, creatively, spiritually, right? Even then, if you are alone, if you understood that importance of your self image, that self esteem, you will never be in solitude. If you are alone, you will love that moment. You can do meditation, you can do visualization, you can be happy even being alone, rather than being going into the isolation, or being depressed, or being cut down from the society, or being cut down from your family. It is only your self-esteem, it is only your self-image that can bring you up, and you can be happy the moment you want to be happy, right? And develop a sense of right and wrong, understand the value, the difference between people who are respecting the right and wrong. The groups really matters. If you're in a right society, if you're in a right group of people, it will work right for you. Change the group, change the people. It is better to be alone rather than to be in a wrong group. Recognize and manage strong feelings, anger, frustration, anxiety. Anything will not even touch you. But yes, if you are really willing to do that, right? So self esteem, self value, and empowerment, whether it is online, whether it is offline, just having self esteem and well being, your child, your children, or your peer group, your people who is around you, your parents, everybody will be having that positive attitude, that positive presence, that empowerment. We only talk about women empowerment, but yes, if we are empowering ourselves, if you cannot take out 5-10 minutes for yourself every day, we go to gym, we do yoga, we do you know motivations, we do meditations, we do visualizations. If we do not have time for all such things, just sit back, relax your mind, and think about yourself for 5. If you can do so, start taking out time for 5 minutes, not more than that. This is very, very important. Understanding yourself from within. If you have, that value of learning about yourself, if you wanted to grow from inside, just start sparing 5 minutes for you and have that choice, that yes, right? Willingly choice, not forcefully. If you are willingly doing that and you are doing it by choice, then half of the things are done, right? Similarly, it's for online, offline behavior everywhere. If we talk about the actions, if we talk about the consequences, offline or online rules for citizenship, right? It is important for all of us to encourage the teenager to spend time with the real world. That is the time for the teenagers also to understand whether they wanted to go into a right direction or in a wrong direction, right? To find that balance between them, the image that they are creating, because that is the the time when the you all must have seen that potters who are doing pottery. That is the time for the teenagers, when they are really being made into a shape. They can be destroyed or they can be created. So time to understand, to work with them so closely so that they can be a good human being. We have seen Three Idiots, the movie of Amir Khan, right? Even that movie teaches us the same thing, that if we are good by heart, and what we are doing, if we are doing happily with the passion, what we follow, everything will follow. If we are doing anything by force to whomsoever, whether it is kid or whether it's adult, then the things are, you know, not taking the right shape. So it is always important to encourage yourself and the people around you, even though there is a gap, but just closely working together for a better future of anybody would be, of a great help for the society as a whole, right? Then if we talk about psychology of behavior and anonymity online, right? So what do you think psychology of behavior caters to? Anyone? Psychology of behavior is very important. We all are different human beings, and we tend to have that different characteristics, different behavior. But why that behavior, or from where that behavior is aroused? Have you ever thought about it? Any one of you have thought about it? How did that behavior is coming up? Yes, the way people react to different things. That is a unique character. Yes, behavior is something that is being created and is being changed also as per the time, as per the situations. But if the people is with the right set of people, with the right framework of people who are doing the good things, they will learn the good thing. Then the psychology of that person will be good. That person will tend to understand things more clearly with the clear lens, right? If I have something, on this lens, then I might or might not be able to see things very clearly, because there are, some scope of dust or something that I'm not able to see this. So it would be opaque. But if the things are very clear to me, and it is without dust, I could see the crystal clear image. I could see the outside beauty is quite visible, but inner beauty of that person is visible until and unless you speak to that person. And how does the person respond? Yes, Abhishek, very good one. The psychology of reading other minds. Thank you for putting it up. It is, understanding the nature. It is understanding the people. If you are talking to somebody, I hope you will all go back in the flesh. You'll all go with any incident that you could recall. If you have ever spoken to somebody with a smile, has anybody scolded you? Or anybody has spoken to you rudely? It will never happen, because your personality, your smile, if you are smiling and speaking to somebody else, a true smile, a genuine smile, it will increase the value of you. And the person whom you are speaking will never speak to you rude. They will revert back to you, if not smilingly, but very normally. And if you keep on repeating this attitude, this way of behaving, right? Saying hello to everyone with a smile, even to a guard bhaiya or anybody whom you're meeting, and saying, hi, good morning, how are you doing? That person, if not responded today, tomorrow, the third day, that person will definitely come back to you and say, hi, how are you doing? I always found you, smiling and greeting everyone. So it is always good to get connected to people like that, because that is the psychology of people, understanding others' mind. And your smile is the biggest asset that God has given it to you. Use it. it is a wonderful tool, right? But genuinely with the heart. If it is, cunning smile, we all know, we can understand through body language. So if it is genuine, it will be returned. And if it is cunning, if it is sarcastically, then it is no point, right? Discussing and sitting here on this, webinar and, learning how to improve our self image. So just take that one small step of loving yourself, being the best version of you, being the best person of you, irrespective of what other person is thinking of you. If you can be the best of you, you will be the best. Similarly, if we talk about the self confidence, do you think self confidence really matters? Yes or no? If you have that self confidence in you, do you think you'll be able to do whatever you wish to do? Yes, thank you. If we have self confidence, if we are there and we know we can do it, 90% of the task is completed, because confidence comes from inside. It is not something which is being boosted, or it could be, there is no injectable confidence dose that we can inject from outside and we can say, oh, now you have taken that injection and you are confident enough. No, it is not so. Confidence comes by itself, by either speaking to people who are more confident, either from your group who wanted you to be that confident, who can boost you, who can make you more comfortable, whether through any circumstances around. If you are self confident, if you have that valuable self image, period, 90% things is done. 10% you will conquer, right? Yes, you can develop your self confidence with the time when you start thinking good about you. When you start thinking, or when you start taking that small step of saying yes to yourself. Until and unless you said yes to you, people will force you to be negative. नहीं, आप नहीं कर सकते. Tug of war खेला है सबने, एक हैंड इधर खींचता है, एक हैंड इधर खींचता है. So it depends upon you. Self confidence, motivation, morale will be always higher. This is a positive hand, this is a negative hand. So negative will pull, positive will pull. But it depends upon you which hands you want to be more powerful, positive or negative. If it is positive, if you're saying yes, I can do that, then forget it, you can. Yes, motivation that comes from successful people and the good vibes can develop self confidence. Very true, Pooja. So ignoring, we have already discussed. If there are people around you who are negative, right? Who does not want you to grow, who wants you to be in that area where you are quite comfortable. Okay? So if you are taking negative, will always, brings you down. You'll be physically ill, you'll be mentally ill, and you will not love what you wanted to do. Similarly, if we go one slide back, self-confidence and self-image, as we said in the starting, it will always be better if we are, if we know that, yes, I will do it. I have that confidence in me that I can do it. And there is no better version of me. I'm the best. A cat can see a lion. So why can't I? I'm a human being. I've got a brain. God has gifted me a brain. So that is what is required, my dear. Just ignore people who are pulling you down. Ignore all that negativity, all that ill feelings that are being injected to you every now and then. Forget it. Listen to one ear, take it out from another. God has given you two ears. Always to listen to negativity and throw it out, or be away from that. Just adapt. If you're listening good, if you're listening to some motivation, if you're listening to be the better version of you, listen to it, put it into head, into your heart, and swallow it. Take it. Yes, I have done something good for me. That is the best thing, right? So if you are irritated, if you are, not confident, if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling bad, what do? You close your computers, you either reboot it, you shut down your, device also, and you say, I'm going to sleep. I'm not feeling good. Similarly, if you are ready to conquer, you will never wish to, shut down the system. You will say, oh, no, I know it's the time, but I can do one thing else. Let me just quickly do one more slide. Let me talk to people one more time, right? Because I know every time I'm doing it, I am being good. I'm learning something new. I'm being the better version of me. It is increasing my knowledge. It is increasing myself. It is increasing my potential, my motivation, my encouragement. So many things. I'm judging myself as the best person in this universe. And if you start thinking this way, then trust me, there is nothing like that that could go ahead. And that will stop you from going ahead. Right? Yes or no? Yes. Are you all excited? Do you want the session to over, or do you want the session to held again maybe next Saturday, next Sunday, or whenever the SEMS Foundation will give me the chance again? And I hope you all will be, be a better version of you. And the people around you would generally say that yes, I could see the better version of the people who are there, right? I've never seen such people who are there, or who was she? I could not see. Where have you hidden yourself from so long? I was waiting to see this Tanisha. I was waiting to see this beautiful Pooja, Sneha, Alia, Achish. Where were you hidden from so long? Right? So you have to decide now which version of you are capable enough. Would you like to be what you are, or would you like to be the better 2023? So decision is yours. If you need any help, any support, we are there to help you. Thank you, Alia. We are loving to make you better, better and better 2023, with all the good wishes, all the good luck for the Christmas, New Year, and 2023 to be a super, super great for you all. So love you all, and thank you everyone so being so nice, so encouraging. Thank you. Over to you, Sneha.
I want to thank you, my speaker, for taking the time to share their knowledge and giving real life examples. I ensure the seminar will be profitable and fruitful for everyone present here. Ma'am, I have some questions. Do you think, yeah, do you think of self-image, self-esteem, self-confidence is correlated each other?
Yes, they all are correlated with each other, dear. Because if you are self motivated, I started my saying with this, and even you started with this. If you are, if you just have taken one step, right? You wanted to be the best, right? So, what step you have taken first by just thinking that, yes, I can do this and I wanted to do this, right? Then you will have that intrinsic motivation, that how to do that. You will start planning, that goals will be there, that I told you that put that image in front of you. Look at yourself with this, that a cat can be lion, so Sneha can be Miss Universe, right? Minu can be Miss Universe. If we have just thought about it, picturize ourselves, then confidence will automatically come. And if that confidence has come to us, then we start valuing ourselves. The worth becomes more. If we are judging ourselves as a salary of rupees 10, then definitely we'll start saying, oh, why 10? I charge 1 lakh rupee per 10 minutes, right? So that is the value that you have to improve in yourself by each passing day. It will not happen overnight, but yes, you have to take small steps. By every little steps you will grow, and you will raise to a different ladder, and slowly 6 months later you will say, oh, I never thought of it, I came so far and I have grown so beautifully. Just think, one Sunday evening when you do not have any work, relaxing with your family, sit back, relax, and think about you. You will really enjoy, and you will have that smiling face, and you will say, I did that, I never realized that I could do so. So that is the thing, that small step, the day you have thought, I am going to be the best version of me. Yes. Any questions?
Ma'am, do you think negative feedback will help us to improve our self-image?
See, negative feedback is, I would say, negative is a wrong word altogether. Either it should be constructive feedback, even if it is coming for a peer group, right? If they are telling us to improve upon, there are words to tell that, right? If you are saying straight away, चोर को अगर आप चोर बोलोगे तो बुरा लगेगा. अगर आपने उसे बोला, भाई आप ये काम इस तरह से करते तो ज्यादा अच्छा होता और दूसरे को बुरा नहीं लगता, ठीक है? तो आप नेक्स्ट टाइम जब भी काम करो तो थोड़ा बेटर वे में करो. So maybe that person will feel good, right? Rather than hesitatingly, going away from that person. यार ये बंदा तो हमेशा ही negative feedback देता है. If you're giving constructive feedback for the betterment of person, is always there to help you, right? Positive will always give you motivation, but constructive will help you better.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for cooperation. So stay connected to us for new things. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.